We begin with News Nation's Libbey Dean shadowing the former president in Arizona tonight. And Libbey, this is a state the former president narrowly lost in 2020. What was his message tonight?
Well, the big takeaway from this was a new endorsement for Trump from the National Border Patrol Union here. They represent border agents across the U.S., not just here in Arizona. But of course, here in Arizona, this was no coincidence that this was announced here tonight. Let's listen.
Today, I'm honored to receive, and this was an honor that I didn't know about till very recently, the endorsement, because it's very hard for them to do this, It's very hard for them to do this. But the endorsement of the official union of the Border Patrol agents, the entire union is endorsing it. It's a great honor.
Now, Trump also announced more details for his plan on how he's going to hire and retain those Border Patrol agents if he were elected. Part of that plan, he would hire 10,000 new Border Patrol agents, give them a 10% raise. That would, of course, have to be approved by Congress, and then a $10,000 retention and signing bonus for those Border Patrol agents. Now, right now, there are less than 20,000 Border Patrol agents in the U.S., so that increase of 10,000, of course, is quite the increase there from the former president. Now, the other topic here, Natasha, overall, is security. A big concern always when you're around the former president, given we've seen two attempted assassinations on his life in the last few months. Now, today, the big news is out of California at his rally yesterday in Coachella, where there was a man arrested for he had a weapon in his vehicle, and we are learning more details about that. Now, as for what sources here close to the Trump campaign are saying, they're clarifying that this was not an assassination attempt. They want to be clear that that kind of language there is not with how they are defining this. The FBI saying that as well. So really trying to tone down what we're hearing from local law enforcement there. But obviously it is very common for local law enforcement to aid the Trump campaign and Secret Service here on the ground when it comes to security. So normal for us to get those updates there from them. Now, in a statement from that source familiar with this, they're saying there was a man at a perimeter checkpoint and he had a gun, but there was, quote, no incident. Now, Trump made no mention of this during his rally today or during that roundtable that we saw him participate in prior to this rally. Natasha?
All right, Libbey Dean live in Arizona with that. Thank you.
In regard to previous attempts on the former president's life, this was not something that we were taking lightly.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.